Eyes down for the morning, folks. Wednesday. Took the girls up to Mother's on Monday. Took Isabel back to university on Tuesday, so it's Wednesday. Keith's been busy. The crown of the tree is raised. That looks fabulous. And, as you might be able to hear, all the new residents are in. And very happy. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Crazy.
Hello, puppy.
Crazy dogs.
Hello, puppy.
Right, today we're going to work on the chicken run. Bye now. Gasp, gasp. First job, meat delivery. Off we go. Another shed cleared out. Another towering inferno. Now we have 2 chicken huts. Right, we've just put 3 bags full of on there. Some of the tree clippings and 2 bags of poo that were in the what's going to become the other chicken hut. Right, onward. Bye now. And another load of nasty poo. Right, it's chicken run time. We're going to do the chicken run. That tractor is really earning its living. Bye now. The little tractor's going off to establish base camp 2 in the tin shed, which is going to be the chicken hut. And the first job we're going to do is to find the fence post holes again and get all the fence posts back in. Then we're going to move the gate and move the gate to the middle and get the post back in. Right, bye now. Weirdly, when we fitted these posts, we measured them very carefully at 6 foot in between them, or 12 foot between 2, so that the 12-foot rails would fit. And yet when we come to put these posts back in the original holes, they're all over the place. Something went very wrong here, and we're not sure what, because we're out by so much, like 9 inches, so we're having to redig the holes. So we're going to put post rail and wire there, post rail and wire here. This is going to be a gate, and then that's just going to be post rail and wire. So we're going to move the gate to the middle, right, because it's there, and get on with it. God, it's hot and it's humid. It's 73% humidity today, and you can tell. Bye now. Right, folks, we've established base camp 2 in this green shed. We've cleaned out that green shed, and we've got the posts in. For some inexplicable reason, when we put the posts back in the holes they came out of, we had a huge error. But the rails are 12 foot, the posts are every 6 foot, and unfortunately the frames with the gates in are actually 2 metres. So they're, what are they, 6'6", aren't they? 6'6", so they're 6'6". So because there was 3 in here, we've got a cumulative error somehow. We can't quite understand how it's happened, but now we've put it right by digging some more holes. So that is it for today. Tomorrow we'll set the saw up and we'll cut the rails, fit the gate, and fit the wire, and then it'll be almost finished. Then we need some flagstones for the middle to put these 2 sheds on, and the 2 green sheds will become the 2 chicken huts. Just a minute, they're different sizes, Keith, aren't they?
No, they're not.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they're exactly the same.
Oh, right, okay. Right, okay, well now I'm going to the workshop because I have a couple of little jobs to do. Bye now. Right folks, here we are at the workshop. Two little jobs. A pump, our pond pump that won't run, and somebody has rived the bloody wire out of their headphones again. So I shall do that first, because I've already switched the soldering iron on. I'll bring you back when I'm inside it. Bye now. Right folks, there we are. I've had to resolder that ground lead and put some hot glue on there to stop him riving the wire out again, and also a dab of hot glue on there where the cable goes in, and we'll see if we can break that. Right, that's that done. As you can imagine, those wires are quite difficult to solder because they're quite difficult to see, but there you go, it's all working again. Right, job number 1 done. Right folks, job number 2 is not so simple. This is a surface drive submersible pump. All the electrics are sealed in here, and it drives very much like a central heating pump through this rotor here. Well, it's sticking and making a high-pitched squealing noise, which could be the bearing in here, but also these things have a habit of getting shorted turnings in them and losing power. So if you get the slightest thing in there, it hasn't got the power to push it round. You also get water in them, but I'm about to do a mega test on it to see if it's down to earth, and if there's water in it, it will be. So I'll set that up and then I'll bring you back and show you how I do it. Okay, bye now. Righto, here's the windy mega, which tests for insulation resistance to earth at 500 volts. Now there are those who will say that these are not accurate, or that these don't apply the same test as a modern tester does. Well, I'm sorry, but you're all wrong. The modern test is 500 volts to earth, just the same as the test that was developed in the 1930s by the Institute of Electrical Engineers. It still applies the same test. Now you can, under certain circumstances, use 1000 volts to earth, but to be honest, there is no need to at all. Right? If it's going to break down, if it's going to be faulty to earth, it will be faulty to earth at 500 volts if it's causing a problem. Now, when I wind this handle, if I can do it without putting the thing all over the place, this thing is going to infinity, which means there isn't a live earth problem. And now, neither is there a neutral earth problem. So there you go. If there was a problem, we would see this effect. We would see the needle go straight over the other way, straight away. And we're not getting anything. I'll just put live and neutral together. And there it goes back. And as you can see, we're just about, if I could wind this faster, which I can't, we'd be measuring infinity. So we're not down to earth, basically. Okay. Right, we've done a mega test on that. Next thing to do is to put it on a mains test with a key nectar and see if it runs. But first, I think I'm just going to take that bolt out of there and strip this bearing and rebuild it and see if it's got any muck or grit in it or anything. I may even have done it before, but there you go. Right, onward. Let's get it put to bits. And there we go, folks. A 240 volt electric pump in a bowl of water, going like a bastard. It was slightly tight on the bearings, which is a ceramic bearing, a little bit of muck in it, and now it pumps like a bastard. What more can you say? Job's a good one. Right, before I flood the workshop, I'll give up. Right, cheers. That's it for today, folks. See you all tomorrow when we finish the fence. Bye now. Morning, folks. Friday. And it's supposed to rain today. but it was supposed to be raining by 9 o'clock and it hasn't started, so we're going to have a go. And if not, it's down to the workshop for more work down in the workshop. So, off we go. Keith's just going to get the tractor to put the power tools in. We're going to do some fencing. Bye now. Well, that was a very productive 20 minutes before it started raining. I think maybe we ought to call it a draw for today, and I'll go down the workshop because it looks like it's going to piss down on and off all day. Looking at the skies, and now it stops again. Alright, bye now. And it's raining again. That clear blue sky that was there not an hour ago is now gone, and it's black all over the place. And it's pissing down, so it looks like we're going to call it a day. Never mind, we've fixed the tractor anyway. Bye now. And it's raining just a bit hard now, and there's the it's beginning to pick the chalk and the clay up and wash it down the road. And I've got to go out in that and get to the workshop. So I'll see you all a bit later. Bye now. I wonder if that could be the reason my pump's not running. Because it's full of water, or at least full of something. I don't know what. Here we go. This is my water pump that runs my rainwater toilet flushing and hand washing system. And it's been on there a lot of years. And I've never been very happy with it. And it's now quit. And now I can see why. So I'll clean this out and I'll measure it and I'll see if it's any good. There you go. Nothing lasts forever. Or in this case, not very long at all. Although it's been working for a long time. But it hardly gets used much. It might run at the most 4 or 5 times a day for about 10 minutes total in a day. Well folks, I think this is buggered. But luckily I have a spare. Let's get it rigged up and put it on. Bye now. Well folks, that's it. 5 o'clock Friday. I've rebuilt the other pump, not the pump that was on there, with the pressure switch and all the equipment, and it runs beautifully and it won't pick water up. I don't know why it won't pick water up, but what I'm going to have to do is come back tomorrow, strip it all down, put the foot valve on test, see if that's working okay, and then backfill it with water and then see if it will pick it up. But I had this problem with this pump before, although I was using the same foot valve and the same pickup pipe. I don't like this pickup pipe because it's got this plastic rib in it, and that makes it difficult to seal at either end. Now I'm not bothered about the bottom end because the bottom end's completely underwater anyway, but at the top end it was drawing air in, and by putting 2 Jubilee clips and a load of PTFE tape on it, I got it to seal. What I've done now is I've taken all that off and I've put a piece of cycle inner tube over the spigot, and then I've put the pipe on and nipped it up again with 2 Jubilee clips, so I'm sure that should be sealed. But something's not right because that pump's going like the clappers and it's not blooming pumping. And that's the seal running dry, so we don't want to do that. Right, that's it. I've had enough. I'll see you all again next week. Bye now.
Oh,
And now,
this is coming from Philip's phone on the way from York to Driffield. We are currently passing through Wetwang, and the clouds look like this. And it is a low, there you go, it is a low cloud bank with some
Cumulus.
nimbus and some cumulus and some cirrus very serious clouds today.
Very serious.
And as you can see, here is the architecture of Wetwang. That looks like anywhere else in England. Just passed by a Methodist church. The most ugly church is that too controversial?
Yeah, it's all far too controversial.
Womp womp. I can make a really good womp womp sound. You go womp 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 womp.
Very good.
And here's a pond. And there's a bus stop. That's all I have to say, really. Do you have anything else?
Me?
Yeah.
No, not really. I'm too busy concentrating on the drive.
Yeah, that's good. We're
Waiting to get home.
leaving Wetwang.
A nice cup of tea.
Yeah. The wolds. The beautiful Yorkshire wolds. Love them. Anyways, Izzy's signing off. We're breaking up. Oh, windmill in the distance. I don't think you can even see it on this phone because it's terrible. Well, not terrible, I guess, just old. But yeah, Izzy out. Mic drop.